guys, first of all, I would like to apologize for the fact that the light reflecting off of my abnormally large head is probably glaring back into the screen, rendering half of the frame invisible to you. So sorry for that. This is just the size that my head has been pretty much forever. So not a whole lot I can do there. Today, I would like to take a few minutes and talk to you about the importance of your head position in both the squat and in the deadlift. Now, the reason that I want to talk about this is because it's kind of the finishing piece and forgotten cousin of core bracing. And if you remember from some of the videos that I've created about how to properly create a stacked rib cage position and a tight and thoroughly braced core, then I suggest taking a minute to kind of check out those videos. I'm going to go ahead and link them in the description box below, so that way you can have some of the background information for what I'm going to talk about to you today. If you are familiar with that already, then this is going to be the final piece that helps you to create a fully locked in spine. And it's a piece that I see a lot of people neglecting, because we always talk about getting your thoracic and your lumbar spine fully braced and locked to prevent injury. However, I see a lot of people neglecting talking about the cervical spine and the importance of what you do with your head. We've all seen the people who either on the deadlift or as they're struggling to come up from the hole in a squat, shoot their head forward in an effort to keep the upper back nice and tight and locked in. The problem with this is while it does help cheat a little bit of tightness in through the upper back, it also serves to destabilize the rest of the spine that we've just gone through the effort of taking breath in and pushing out into a lifting belt with, and kind of ruins all of that. How you'll typically see this compensation is somebody will turn their head into a Pez dispenser. Side effects include loss of power, loss of stability, loss of positioning, deactivation of the musculature of the hips, thoracic rounding, destabilization of the spine, power leaks, testicular atrophy, and death. A breather. And all of this comes down to not having a fully locked in spine. And your neck is the finishing piece of this. It's equally as important as what you're doing with the thoracic and the lumbar spine. So what I want to do today is share with you a couple of unique cues that I use here at the gym to help create a neutral head position and to fully lock in and brace the core while performing the squat and the deadlift. Now, any of you that have met me or trained with me in person know I am a fan of very awkward cues because they're very easy to remember. If you've ever been to the gym, then you've probably learned how to teabag while you're squatting, stick your thumbs in your ass while kettlebell swinging, activate your douche lats. To add to this list of coaching cues that I have spent literally the last 10 years creating, I have two new ones for you. First, we're going to learn how to use your tongue to help you squat, and then I'm going to teach you how to stick balls in your chin. Now I'm serious. What I want you to do is take your tongue and press it into the roof of your mouth. You should notice that as soon as I activate those muscles, my head drops back and everything tightens in through the deep cervical flexors. This helps to draw the head back into position, lock everything in place, and activate the rest of the muscles in through the upper back and neck that otherwise are in a stretched position when we Pez dispenser. If this cue is a little bit strange for you, good. You're going to remember it better that way. But if you're squatting and you don't want to have to sit and think about your tongue in addition to everything else that you're doing, then another way to cue this head position is to imagine that you are trying to crush balls under your chin. No, I don't mean actual balls. I mean, not actual balls, but I guess actual balls, but not actual balls. What we have to do with this is I want you to get a lacrosse ball, baseball, tennis ball, any ball that's about yay big. And what we're gonna literally do is have you stuff it underneath your chin. You'll notice that as I am holding balls under my chin, my upper back stays locked in tight, my head drops into position, and everything gets tight, the same as I did when I was thinking about pushing my tongue into the roof of my mouth. But this is actually a little bit more tactile. So depending on what your learning style is, maybe you're into tonguing, maybe you're into balls in your chin. And I'm not here to judge your life choices, but these are both effective ways to cue this head position. We can use it just to learn what that position is, or you can actually take the ball and hold it in position while performing either of these two movements to really feel what that cue is going to do towards your positioning. Just to give you a little bit of an example of how these affect the two main movements that we're talking about here today, I'm going to show you a couple of shitty squats with the head up, and as you can see, not only does it cut off from good depth, but you can see the hips shooting backwards behind the rest of the upper body and everything kind of breaking into two pieces compared to everything sinking into the hole in one smooth piece and everything staying locked in. On the deadlift, although I'm doing a good job, or trying to do a good job of doing a shitty deadlift, you can kind of see that the knees go soft and the lockout is not nearly as strong or as fast as when I keep the chin packed, the upper back tight, and try and fire down through the floor. At the end of the day, our goal with these cues and with everything else that we're doing with compound movements and strength training is to practice creating tightness, creating tension throughout the entire body in a coordinated way. So give these cues a try. Hopefully they help you out. If you have good success with them, or if you think they're complete shit, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope this has helped you, and I will talk to you later.